Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Heavy Kill, a graphic novel I picked up at Small Press Expo 2023. It's by Jared Throne. It's finally starting to get around to all the cool cool comics I got at Small Press Expo and elsewhere earlier this year. So we're going to start kind of walking through all those. Heavy Kill it's a nice hardback graphic novel. It stood out to me partially because of that, and I like the cover is just so simple, but for some reason still caught my eye. So the story is about this girl named Myra. She lives in a village. It's kind of a fantasy setting. Her father is gone, led to believe that he is dead. We don't know the whole history of that, but murders begin to happen in this quiet village. And the question is like, who is committing these murders? Myra basically winds up going to solve the mystery, and things unravel in a pretty big way. As Myra is forced to come face to face with a threat that may kill them all, but can one girl alone stand between Siro, the town, and its decimation? Really, it's a really fascinating story. I feel like, I've seen it elsewhere, but it comes off as this really good, almost like horror story. And I don't want to go too much into it because I don't want to ruin it, and how it builds and where it goes is somewhat predictable, but still really solid. There's a great tense nature about it, of how far Thrones goes with the story. There is a body count, and there's a lot of blood, and this is in black and white, so you have to put some of that into your imagination. But I mean, I think a really, really solid read, and I liked it a lot. Like it's good. It also kind of ends to a point a little abrupt, and I wouldn't say abruptly, but it ends to a point where like you want to see it continue. I want to see a second volume. I want to see where it goes. Like I might have tweaked the ending a little bit, kind of leading into that. But there's a nice this little kicker at the end that I think is pretty solid, which hopefully teases a second volume. But overall, like it's a story I feel like we've seen, but it's just done in a really, really solid way. The art is good. I really like the art. It doesn't go too flashy, doesn't go too detailed. You can kind of see here, like, it knows what to focus on in a good way. The setting and the character designs, like, are cool. It's just got a good style about it, if that makes sense. Like, this feels very, indie and stuff, something you would find at, like, an artist alley. It's also an awesome find at an artist alley. This is a really, really good read, and I'm happy I bought it. $20 for the hardcover, I think, is well worth it. And let's face it, it's cheaper than some like flimsy trade paperbacks that are out there. Just the story is good. I mean, and I can't emphasize it enough. Like, if you're into fantasy, it's in like a murder mystery, it's well worth checking out. Let's kind of go there. Nice bloody scene. It's well worth checking out. Like it builds once things I think are revealed. It kind of comes obvious and maybe a little too obvious, but it's still really good. And I think what's really good about it is, as I said before, like Throne takes it to an extreme or a direction that you're not quite expecting. And in that way, I think it really does stand out. It takes a story that is somewhat predictable, we've seen, but it does it in a way, or does it to an extent that I don't think we've seen too many times. And the ending is definitely not predictable. So that's all solid. And I like it. It's a nice fantasy with like horror tones to it. I think it's kind of cool. So you probably could get this at comics.jaredthrone.com. We'll have a link underneath. I don't think we'll have any affiliate links, so you don't have to worry about that, or not really think about that. But if there are, it helps support our site, so thank you. But there should be a link below where you can purchase. I don't know if you'll be able to get this through shops, so most likely just go directly to the link that I share. But yeah, as always, if you are into comics, if you're into graphic novels, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics. And keep it kiki. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.